Alright, here we are with a comparison video. Not a review, but a comparison video. This is the Mech Fans Toys Advanced Series Cyclonaus. Apparently he has turned German. Just showing off the box. It's pretty decent. They probably stole some artwork. Yeah, there it is. There's a cartoon cells. They're known for doing that on their packaging. And probably some other stolen artwork. But who cares? This little guy here, actually I should say this big guy, compared to his counterpart, is the knockoff, oversized knockoff, with improvements, of Dx9 War in Pocket series Cyclonus, which I happen to have right here. He's so small. Look how tiny he is. You can't fight anybody. It's like, this is Daddy, and this is Baby. Will you take me to work with you today, Daddy? No. Get the fuck out of here. Get your ass to school. Nah. But anyway. Alright. So, we'll look at the official first. Pretty decent materials, feel fine. You know, for Legends class when it came out at its time, these were awesome. Ball joint and just a rotation for that. But one of the first things you'll notice is there's no thigh rotation, just the ball joint, T-jointed hips. You know, they do everything as advertised. The swivel on the foot, up and down, that's all you get. But again, Legends class, what do you want? The head sculpt is decent. Looks pretty good. Right here we have affixed wings. They don't move, no life, no nothing. And the hollow kibble back. And his little gun that I think is supposed to be painted up to look like his Target Master. Alright. So here is the oversized, properly sized in my opinion, and properly colored version by Mech Fans Toys. As you can see, they put in the mushroom peg and gave it an upper thigh swivel, which makes posing it that much more dynamic. And they also gave him some articulation on the wings, so some of that kibble could go in the back. Excuse me. Of course, he still has the hollowness of that, so he can transform up and down. You know, no change there. But he's properly colored, he's properly sized, and he's got a couple of improvements. So, for my money, this is a better buy. Still has all the same features. Waist swivel, you know, T-jointed, goes everywhere. Don't want to steal anybody's intellectual property there. But what really will sell this is showing you what he looks like with a couple of the other offerings from all the current makers of Legends class figures. So first, we'll bring in Iron Factory's Bridgewater. Cyclonus is meant to be a larger character, but I don't know if he's on par. I think Iron Factory is, as I've always thought, a little too small. So while this is a great figure, worth the $25, $35, whatever they're charging for it, I picked it up at TFCon. I love it. But I love Shockwaves, so once he gets oversized KO of him, this will go on the Shockwave spotlight shelf. So let's put him over here in front of Mini Cyclonus. Next up is Hot Soldiers Soundwave. And Laserbeak just fell off his shoulder. I think that scales properly. Now, I also have the Dx9 Soundwave that just came out, and he's about up to here on this Soundwave. So he'd be much too small. Again, you know, it's all about scaling for me, and I believe that Soundwave and Cyclonus would scale properly this way. We'll put him to the back. Next up, the Dx9 Seeker Starscream. Maybe a little on the small side, but yeah, definitely on the small side. But these are still bigger than the Iron Factory. So, you know, I'm guessing the Iron Factory would be about Shockwave height, or a little smaller. Ah! Avalanche. They're about the same size. So I think these should be bigger. Dx9, come on. They're awesome. I love them. But just a little bigger. Next up is Generation Toys Megatron. Come on. I use both hands. So, I think they scale well together. Megatron is a little smaller than what Galvatron eventually becomes, and Cyclonus is a little taller than Galvatron. And speaking of Galvatron, get out of the way, shorty. Here is the oversized KO of Mech Fans Toys, Galvatron. And just for comparison's sake, Dx9. Small. So, sometimes a KO can be a good thing. For me, it's always, but there are some in the community that despise KOs and whatever. It's your collection, do what you want. But don't get on a moral high horse for the rest of us that do what we want with our collection. But to show you when KOs can go wrong, let's bring in this guy. Ugh! This is the stolen design from X-Transbots, which was stolen and put out by Transformers with 2 R's. I'm not going to go into the details of this guy. If you want a review of it, go seek out Ben's Collectibles review for TF Direct, which is where I bought this from. He does a great job, and I have no desire to redo the same thing. My thoughts on this are, it's a pretty cool design. It needs some work. But this product, as it is shown here, would only be the first test sample. Like 001 right off the assembly line. Here you go. Now let's see how we need to fix the fucking thing. Right out of the box, there's supposed to be 2 little bits of the thing. As soon as I turned the waste, they both broke off. These things don't tab in. So it's obvious that needs to be fixed. These don't tab in. So yeah, this would have been the, okay, let's put this together in plastic and see where we need to improve. So you may have stole the design, but you put out a piece of shit. Yeah, granted, it was only $40, and my sole reason for buying it was the fact that this is going to be Breakdown from X-Transbots, and I just wanted to get it like a preview of the engineering and to see where it might possibly combine, how it may attach to Menasor, or to Motomaster's legs probably, or a parts forming piece. But this is also the alternate head that came in the box. There's 2 other faces. There's the side swipe face, and then there's a side swipe going face. And this alternate face, which I think could be just easily repainted as breakdown somehow. So yeah, that goes for that. This is the alternate transformation as well. Of course, you move this piece back here, the front of the Lamborghini comes down over there. But this is not a good product. Don't waste your money. Surprisingly, it has tight joints. I will give it that. But the fiddliness of the engineering, it is straight X-Transbots engineering in the legs, and how everything collapses and hides and has to be in a certain position in order to get it to even rotate around. So that's par for the course. So at least I know I'm gonna get that with the breakdown once it's released. But I'm fine with it. This is a piece of shit, and I'll probably end up customizing it into something. I don't know what, but it's gonna have a life as something else. So fuck it. Anyway, this was Cyclonaus, and fuck y'all.